I got a tier list going.
Dude, that's sick.
I got every major Blastoise card. Some of them are Japanese
Yeah,
writing,
oh,
but
that's cool.
it had an English print.
So
So
looking at the screen just super quickly, I've got every single card on the screen with the exception of the one that we just talked about, the
okay,
Delta Species one. So I own every single one.
I figured you would.
Most of are in a PSA slab. If not, they're in my stack waiting to go off to PSA.
So I'm curious. I want to go through these, and I want you to
Sure.
tell me on your personal tier list.
Absolutely, dude. I
I
love
guess
this.
that would
This
be
is
like
so cool.
artwork, right? We would
Yep.
say like based on artwork, right?
Artwork alone.
Maybe,
That's all
yeah,
I
not
really look at.
value.
No, I could care less about value because for me, like I said, like my Top Sun, my 1995 Top Sun, like I look at that and I love it no more, no less than a no rarity, and there's a big discrepancy between value there. For me, it's not about that. It's legitimately just the artwork. So I'm happy to do that.
Heck yeah.
Dude, I love this. Such a smart idea.
Thanks, man.
Dude, you're so good at this interview stuff. You just got started and you're killing it, man.
I really appreciate that. I mean, I
Like
was like I said,
genuinely.
I was writing some questions down. I went for a walk today. I was like, man, what am I going to ask this guy? I
Dude,
had
I
like a
love it.
little
You came ready to
notepad.
go. No, you came ready to go with like personalized comments or questions, I should say, which I love. And this little activity to boot, man, like that nails it out of the park. I love it. Let's go.
I'm pumped, and I love the accent, by the way.
Dude, and that's so funny. Everybody says that. I'm like, I don't have an accent. All of you guys
Oh,
have accents. It's not me.
what are you talking? What are you talking about? Come on, man. I actually live next, or I used to live next to a couple Bruins players, Boston Bruins players, who are all Canadian. So,
Who?
let's see. So we had, oh geez, I'm gonna be really ashamed if these guys aren't Canadian, but Patrice Bergeron lived
Yeah,
below me.
he's a French Canadian like me.
Yeah, Patrice
Yep.
Bergeron. This is my parents' building. I can't afford to live next to Bruins.
That's okay. I'm still living at home too, dude. No worries.
Patrice Bergeron,
Yep.
Adam McQuaid.
Adam McQuaid.
He's
Yep.
not on the Bruins anymore.
Yep.
Dougie Hamilton.
Oh, Dougie boy. That's
Yeah.
sick, dude.
Yeah, so I saw all those guys on the regular.
I mean, I'm
Nice.
not gonna. I don't want to get into it with you if you are, in fact, a really big Bruins fan, which I assume you are.
It's semi, I like watching.
But I hate them.
What team are you?
I'm a Habs fan, dude. So I'm a French Canadian. So
Yeah.
my family's all from Montreal, and it's just in my blood, dude. Like it's a religion out there to be a
Trust me, I
Habs
have
fan.
many Canadian friends. I have visited them.
Yeah.
Well, literally, the NFL playoffs are going on,
Yeah.
and they were watching like double. I don't even know what it's called, but like AA equivalent of hockey.
Yep.
Like not professional league,
No.
not even the minor league, but the step below that. Like
Correct.
they were watching.
Yeah.
Like
you got
it
it, dude.
was. Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. So and we've got a rivalry, man. Boston and Montreal, big rivalry there, dude. So
I know.
that's funny. All right, let's go.
Time.
I'm excited for this. Let's go.
All right, so you can see. We'll start with the first one here.
Yeah.
Not even sure what set that's from.
Is that Pop? Is it the Pop,
Pop
3?
series? Yeah.
Pop series.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that artwork. I'd probably put that. So what are we at? So we have a Shame to be a Blastoise.
So we got S tier, Hydro Pump tier.
Love it.
Same thing. And then I couldn't really think of any names for the other ones.
That's
Honestly.
okay. No, you don't need to. That's good. Okay, so A, B, C, D, and then Ashamed to be
a Blastoise.
All right.
Hopefully, I would love to see if one got in there, but we'll see.
All right, let's go. All right, so the Pop one, I really like. I think it's a pretty powerful move. Anything where Blastoise is like really showing off his cannon, or like if he's in the process of using Hydro Pump, really big fan of that. So for that one, I'd probably go with a B tier.
B tier.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Let's see. Oh, come on. Work with me here. Dude, I'm running on a MacBook Pro from 2012. I actually have a new iMac coming in the mail,
nice.
like yesterday.
I'm running off my MacBook Pro from early 2015. So close.
Yeah.
I feel you.
All right, give me a second here.
No worries, dude.
It was working before.
Well, of course, right? It works until you need it to.
Let's get this moving. Okay. We're getting some stuff. All right, B tier.
Okay, cool. So B tier.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, next up. I think this is Secret Wonders. I do actually own this card.
I do too. Not the biggest fan. He looks a little too jolly.
He's got a rainbow.
No offense. It's just for me, like Blastoise has always been like he's a beast, dude. Like in French, his name is Tortank, and like he's a tank, like he's literally a tank with these huge cannons on his back. So when he's made out to look like Michelin Man, or when he's made out to look like this cutesy little whatever, not a big fan. So that's got to be D tier for sure.
I can't argue with that. Oh man, it happens when I zoom in too much, but I'm trying to show off the artwork as much as possible.
Well, you know what? Let's sort them out, and then you can zoom in after, and we can kind of do like a review on the tier.
Oh, that's a good idea. You said D tier for this guy.
Yes,
then.
sir.
All right, this is the non-hollow Crystal Guardians.
Yeah, so hollow, non-hollow doesn't make a difference to me. Just focusing on the artwork, so that would also be a B tier for sure.
Yeah, he's got the Hydro Pump going.
Yep, and he looks
nice.
good. He looks good on that one. He's got a smug kind of face on. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got what, the Delta
species.
I really like that artwork. I really like that. It's not A though. It's not an A tier artwork, so it's going to be B. It's going to be B as well.
Okay. What's keeping it from being an A for you? No Hydro Pump in action?
He's just, I don't know, I don't really like his pose too much in that one. Yeah, I think I'm trying to see. It's okay. The lighting I don't like. I like the gold kind of aura that exists around him, but I don't know, maybe it's just the Delta species itself. It's throws it off a little bit for me. So I like it. I don't love it.
Here's a question. He's a fighting type Delta species. If you were to see
So
it in another type,
yeah,
what would it be?
I've seen a lot of mashups, dude. People get really creative with these kinds of things online. I've seen Blastoise as a fire type, as an electric type, as a grass type. For me, I really like what I saw. There was one piece of artwork in particular, and it's so funny because it's totally contradictory, but I really liked seeing him in a fire type position because of those cannons on his back. Like for him to be kind of like a flamethrower, like making like true to the name of the move flamethrower, for him to like have those cannons become flamethrowers on his back, for him to be red. I really like the color scheme of like red and black together. My Jeep that I drive a Jeep, and my Jeep, the whole color scheme is red and black, so I really feed off that as well. So for me, I would love to see him totally recolored in a Delta species card with being a fire type. I think it would be so cool.
I agree. Actually, as I look closer on this, he's both fighting and steel type.
Okay, interesting.
It says a little tidbit. So steel. That's basically Empoleon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Empoleon. Empoleon's fine. All right. Blastoise EX from Fire Red Leaf Green.
That's an A, dude. That's A tier all the way.
A tier all the way.
It could even be Hydro Pump tier. I gotta revisit that one, but that one is yeah. That's a heavy hitter. That's actually one that I don't have in English currently in a PSA 10. I got a couple of raw copies. I'll tell you right now, none of them are going to reach a 10. They're probably going to be 9s. But I love that art. Dude, it's dark. It's like mysterious. I don't know. I love that artwork. That's an A tier and possibly an S tier, to be fair. So we'll see.
Okay, so we can circle back when all is said and done. All right, this one, what is this? Generations, I believe.
Yep, that's the Generations Blastoise EX. I really liked that card. I really like the 3D aspect of the artwork. So talking about like the newer sets and how they started to do that with the textures, really bringing the Pokemon kind of off the card and out of the border. I really like that as well. And for me, I look at that card and it brings me back to when I started collecting again. So that one hits close to home. So that one's going to be an A tier as well.
Very nice. Just a basic EX card hitting the A tier. I like it. 2 EX cards in a row hitting I like that. I wasn't sure how you were going to feel about EX cards in general, especially the newer ones. So that I love to hear that.
Yeah, dude, for sure. This is an awesome activity, man. I like kudos. Like I love this. I can't even begin to express how cool this is.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, what do we got next? Expedition?
Is that Expedition? Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Yeah. So that one, very cartoony, like very cartoony, but I really like it, and it makes me think of the lottery promo that I own, because the lottery promo used the same artwork for that. And the lottery promo, there's a cool backstory to that. They had like the Blastoise. What else did they have? I I can't remember. It's been so long since I've looked into those. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling, but the
Oh, I don't
lottery
know.
promos from Japan where you literally had to win the lottery in order to get one of those cards. I have that in a PSA 10, and the print quantity was smaller on those cards, so that's going to be A tier as well, because that was one of the first bigger cards that I got in my collection when I started collecting, and big fan of that artwork.
A tier it goes. Can we get there? It like it tuckers out.
It literally, it's like, I'm tired, I can't. He's a turtle, dude. You
It's a
can't
lot to
push him too
carry.
hard too fast, man.
Yeah, dude. How much does he weigh? You know how much he weighs, right?
Yeah, dude, he's heavy boy. What is it? Just so I don't make myself look like a fool here.
Come on, you gotta know how much you weigh.
189 pounds from the OG set. I don't know
That's
what
it?
that's what he was originally put at. I don't know if there's anything newer, if that changed at all. 189, 85.5 kilograms. I don't know if that translates to 189 pounds, but
Probably. Yeah, that's interesting. The Pokemon weights, I think it's set in stone. Once they establish them, there's no going back.
Yeah. But it's funny though, because like 189 pounds, I mean, that's not that big. He's like,
Yeah.
what, 5 foot? What is he? 5'3". So he's a solid boy. He's about as round as he is, or as wide as he is tall. So he's quite round. But
Where does he get that water from anyway?
I have no idea. I assume it just exists within his shell, just constantly replenished. He's got like just like a reserve of water in his shell,
That's
ready
so
to go.
sick. Yeah, and he just jumps in the river, fills it back
That's
up.
it. It fills it back up. The bubbles, pop out as the air, goes, and as his shell fills in, and he's ready to go.
Well, that's a nice little consistency that they have with the whole line: Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise.
Absolutely. Yep.
It's just such a great evolution line.
It is. It really is.
What
we got next?
Which E-Series is that? That is such a sick artwork. I'm gonna have to zoom in on that one.
I can't remember. That's the one where he's half underwater, though.
Yeah,
I love that one. That's an S tier for me. That was one of the first cards that I looked at, and I was like, wow! Like I love what they did with that. It's so cool, dude. Like the perspective. I'm not even sure who the artist is on that artwork. I'd have to look that up, but the way that they took it, so it's like we're almost as if we're in the water with him, and he's like, surfing or swimming towards us, and he's like half in the water, half out. It's by far one of my absolute favorites. So that's an S tier right there. Hydro Pump tier. Let's go.
Yeah, the perspective of him being half underwater, half over water, and we're seeing both sides of the coin.
Yep, super cool.
Like the artist could have totally chosen just to show his upper half.
Yeah,
kind of looking out of the water from like an aerial view.
Yep.
But I mean, almost call it like I don't even know, just the perspective.
Yeah, it is. That's it, man. It speaks for itself. It would have fallen flat in comparison had they not done what they did with this card. So
I agree with that. Now this is XY base set, I believe.
Yep. That's
hard, baby.
Yeah, I love that one. That's an S tier as well, dude. I absolutely love that one. That was one of the first cards I picked up when I started collecting Blastoise again. There's two cards really that stand out to me, and I see that you've got one of them down there already, so that's gonna be S tier as well. But yeah, absolutely love that one. Again, the contrast in that card, so the colors just pop, and although he's on like a very similarly colored background, I find that the color of his shell is really like in your face, and his cannon being right there again, it's a powerful stance in my opinion. And I love the gold and the blue. Whenever there's like gold and blue in a card together that, dude. It just like it calls to me, man. Love that one.
I didn't even notice that until you said it, but yeah, just how they border him with
and
gold.
Then again, texture, right? So we want to talk about textured cards. So that was an introduction to me for these EX, these full arts, and it was all brand new, right? Like I was used to my my base set stuff as a kid. So this, I was like, wow, that's crazy. Definitely a Hydro Pump tier card for me.
Yeah, the whole texture thing, it really took shiny pieces of cardboard and made them into something greater.
Yep.
Like this isn't just a piece of cardboard with some shiny material on it. This has feel to it. This has touch. It's thicker.
Yep.
It's best thing Pokemon has done. I like one of the best things Pokemon has ever done, in my opinion, is the textured full arts.
Yeah, I really like them.
All right, this one is some other Diamond and Pearl set or Platinum set.
Is it Secret Wonders? No. What is it? Anyways, I have those both in a PSA 10, the unlimited and first edition. I'm just gonna pull up on my Instagram real quick because I know I just posted a picture of that like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I'll tell you. Excuse me, it's Shining Darkness from 2007. It was a Japanese release. I don't. Do they have it in English? I guess they would. They would have done both. Yeah. So I have the Japanese and first edition and unlimited. I do have that one in English as well. I just don't have it graded. It's currently raw in my collection. So I don't know what the set name was for English then. Because if it's Shining Darkness in Japanese, I don't know.
Let me see. If that pops up. We'll figure it out another time.
No worries, man. I have said for the longest time that is one of my absolute favorite artworks. Again, super cartoony,
really?
Very playful. But you know what it makes me think of? I was always a really big fan of like clay animation or like those clay art. Work they would do artwork for Pokemon, and more recently, like the crochet, like the knitted ones that they have.
Yes,
like I think of Timpole from.
You like those?
I love them, dude. I love the unique artworks. So for me, looking at this, it was like, dude, it's almost like he was made out of plasticine or like Play-Doh or something. So I loved it, and I love the background, the holo, especially in Japanese. I can't remember because I haven't looked at the English variant in a while, but the Japanese holo in the background of this card just makes it that much better, dude. I absolutely love it. That's another Hydro Pump tier card for me.
Ooh, wow. Did not expect that.
Yeah, that's one. And I've mentioned that. I've made mention of that on posts that I've made about that card before. I was like, dude, it's such an underrated artwork in my opinion, but I love it. I absolutely love it.
All right. He's a chunker in that one too.
He is. He does look very round.
I love it though. I think Blastoise should be big.
But that's the thing is like some toys. Wow. Sometimes it works. Others not so much.
Sure. All right. Next up, got this boy.
Is from. Oh yeah, I like that one. It's a B. It's a B. No, it's a kind of between a B and an A. Probably go A, to be honest. Actually, I really like the pose. The action is he's doing his thing, man. He's got that Hydro Pump going on, and he's got that grin on his face, man. Like that expression like sells it for sure. He's like, yeah,
he's getting it.
Yeah, I love it.
He's got both of them going too, and you can see it really grants just how powerful.
Genuinely, that's a great way
how powerful that is.
Yep. Absolutely. I agree entirely.
It's almost like a Dragon Ball Z-esque. Like it looks like a Kamehameha wave.
It
legit does.
Definitely, dude. Definitely.
Do we have a Pokemon that does like a Kamehameha equivalent? I don't know.
I have no idea.
A story for another
question. Definitely.
Okay. I have this card as well. I forget what set it's for. I think that's a black and white set.
Yeah, I believe so too. I've got that one not graded currently, but I've got it sitting in my pile to go off to PSA. I think that one's got the Shattered Ice holo to it, right? So that one I kind of like. I don't like that much though. I feel like he's almost in like kind of like a defensive pose. He looks a little weak in my opinion in that artwork. I'm not really sure what he's doing, so that's not my favorite by any means. It's probably like a C artwork.
Okay. First to go to the C's. Let's
go.
All right, the VS series Blastoise.
Gosh, Claire's Blastoise. That's a D. That's a D for sure, dude. That funny story. That's the first PSA 10 Blastoise card I ever owned because it was like $18, and I was like, all right, cool. I'll get myself a PSA slab. But I'll be honest, dude, I hate that artwork. Like if you look at you look at his nails. In all of the other artworks, they just seem far more proportionate to him. And in this artwork, there's these tiny little like claws, and yeah, that's the one thing that I can't help myself from looking at and concentrating on. And you zoom in on his hands, and it's literally like a cylinder. It's literally like the top of a cylinder. It doesn't look like a real hand. It doesn't look like by any means. I found that the artwork on that was very, very weak. I I wouldn't say ashamed to be a Blastoise, but it's close. It's close because I don't get me wrong, I like his face, and I really like the way his shell and his cannon looks in that artwork, but I can't get over that sorry excuse of a hand and those little tiny nails.
Yeah, the nails don't look like they have any business being on that hand,
No, not
to
at
be
all.
honest. And
Not
he
at
almost looks like
all.
he's on all fours. It looks
Right.
weird. He almost looks like a dog. I don't know,
Yeah,
to me.
it's strange.
It's a little jarring.
That's the closest one to being ashamed to be a Blastoise.
I hope. So are you saying we're not going to get Ashamed to be a
No,
Blastoise?
we are, and
Spoiler
it's the
alert.
one that's coming up right now.
Okay. Oh no!
Yep.
This is like one of my favorites. I feel
Dude,
so
and
bad.
you're not the first to say that. One of my best friends in the community that I've really gotten, and I'm so fortunate to have gotten the chance to get to know him over the past few months, really, is TCG Revival. Another big Blastoise fan, actually. And that is one of his favorite artworks, and he and I disagree on it all the time. He absolutely loves it, and so many other people do too. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? Because I hate it. I hate it. And again, no offense to Mitsuhiro Rita whatsoever. I could never draw anything like that. But I'll tell you my three big things with this one.
Please.
He looks super round. He looks like the Michelin Man. He looks super faded. Like the colors are just way too soft. Like I just find like it's just missing something. There's no like pop. There's nothing really that draws my eye to it. And I always compare this artwork to the other one that I was talking about, for example, which you can see. It's the CD promo one. It's the one that you've got actually two over, so just two to the right. So after the first dead base, that one right there. I find that they're very similar poses, very similar artworks, but I'll take that CD promo one 10 times out of 10 over the Mitsuhira Dark Blastoise one. So
I feel
ashamed
like
to
he
be
just
a
did you dirty
Blastoise.
though. Like something happened in your childhood. Like he knocked down your door, robbed your house, stole your
That's it.
collection.
That's it. Yeah. I didn't want to get into it, but that's exactly what happened. No, dude, I'm sorry to say, and so many people love it, but I hate it. Ashamed to be a Blastoise artwork, man.
Ashamed to be a Blastoise.
Yep.
All right. Was that the full scoop?
I think that's good enough. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think, dude, Ollie, I could ask you where do you think this next one's going? Where is this base set going?
You want me to tell you?
You tell me where it's going.
All right, I can do that. Honestly, if we're talking base set cards, it's like bottom 30% for me, artwork wise, of all the base set hollows, in my opinion. I would put it. No disrespect to Ken Sugimori at all.
No, because Ken he's a talented man.
Yeah, and he created the Portraits of Pokemon. You look at that card, and you like that's a Blastoise.
100%.
You know, and that's his style. Nothing wrong with that. That being granted, it's very vanilla. If we're talking just artwork alone, not what he did to pioneer Blastoises to come.
Yep.
I would have to give it a C.
Wow.
Maybe B.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
Sorry for the disrespect.
Hey, no disrespect taken, man. That's the thing, and I always encourage people to, to speak their mind. And this is the thing. It's almost like collecting pieces of art in this hobby. And there's nothing to say that your opinion is wrong or that you should shy away from sharing your opinion, because it's a matter of taste, right? I can't stand the Dark Blastoise artwork. You love it. You would put my beautiful base set artwork at a B, and it's a hydro pump tier for me. So you know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean, that's just the way it goes.
I would be surprised if it wasn't a hydro pump tier for you.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you right now, Ollie, if I had to get rid of all of the cards in my collection and simply hold on to one, it would be that card. It would be the first edition base set Blastoise, because that's what started it all for me. I had one back in the day, and that was my most prized possession. And as much as I love, and you got great examples of other artworks that I love on the screen as well, but getting back into it, it's the nostalgia, it's those warm fuzzy feelings. That's why I'm in it, and I look at that card, and that's what it brings me. I love it.
So what you're saying is it's impossible to separate the feelings that it conjures up, the artwork. So it's impossible to be unbiased for that artwork for you.
Yeah, honestly, and because I can appreciate where you're coming from with the points that you raised about why you would put it at maybe a C or a B. I can totally understand where you're coming from objectively, but for me, I can't disassociate my childhood. I can't remove that nostalgia. I can't remove that love that I have for that card. It will forever be a Hydro Pump tier card for me from from now till the day I die.
Imagine you could disassociate.
So if even for by some odd, strange coincidence I could, I would probably drop it down to a B myself because I can appreciate where you're coming from. But that, yeah, I can't do that, man. That's a Hydro Pump tier, 100%.
I feel that 9 out of 10 people would probably agree with you.
Probably.
I think I'm very much in the minority on that opinion.
Yep. But hey, it takes all kinds, man, and that's what makes this community interesting, right?
Yeah. I mean, if everybody only liked the base set Blastoise, then where would all these other cards be?
No, that's it.
There'd be no market for them.
Exactly. Are you copying me? Ollie, stop copying me, man.
Sorry, Danny D.
It's all good, dude. All right. I already talked about this one. CD promo artwork. Yeah. Absolutely stunning. It's also the artwork that they featured in the VHS How to Play set that they released in Japan. So there were 2 half decks that they included with a VHS tape and a playmat, damage counters, all that good stuff. They released that as a set in Japan back in '99. And there was a Bulbasaur deck and a Squirtle deck. They used that exact Blastoise artwork in a holo for the Squirtle deck. It's got a unique little Squirtle logo where that lightning bolt logo would be on that card that you have, for example. And the Squirtle deck holo has no rarity symbol on it either. So it's a really cool, unique piece. Probably like a $200 card in a PSA 10 right now.
I gotta buy one of those.
But they're stunning, dude. Absolutely love them.
I like that you added the story of where it came from, because I have no idea where it came from either.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of my favorite artworks, and that's the one that I always compare to the Dark Blastoise artwork, because as I said, very similar pose. We're looking at the cannon extended, but what I really love about this one is if you look at the detail in the cannon, there's like this burning red color coming out of the, which is so strange because it should be blue because it's going to be water, but it's really cool. And what I like even more is I have a certain fascination with skulls, like the human skull, and not in a creepy way, but just what it represents. Like I know a lot of people, it's like, oh, it's dark, it's demonic, or it's to do with death, but I don't see it that way. I genuinely see it in the sense that it contains all of the important stuff, you know, within us, like our mind, our thoughts, our, you know, all of that stuff. So I'm fascinated with skulls. And if you look at some of the pattern in that, the red that exists in that cannon, it kind of looks like a skull to me. And so it just all the more reason for me to love that artwork. But yeah, it's a Hydro Pump tier card right there, dude. Slap that on up there. Oh, dude, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree.
Yeah, but yeah, I've got that card right here, the Squirtle deck one that I was talking about. So you can see ever so slightly the little Squirtle symbol there in the corner, and then no rarity symbol at the bottom. So it's from the half deck, the intro, How to Play. So
there is an English variant of that. Is that the
No, it's Japanese only. So it's this card, and then it's the CD promo, that the example that you have there with the little lightning bolt in the corner, which came out of the CD, the Pokemon CD. There was there a Venusaur? There was a Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise. Was there a Pikachu as well that came from that set? I think so. Anyways, that's one that you have, but the artwork nonetheless, whether it's the CD promo or whether it's the Squirtle deck one, I absolutely love it.
Heck yeah. I was going to ask you one thing. Oh, and it's also the base set, English base set artwork, pack artwork. No? Am I nuts in that? I swear it's the same artwork.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right on that. Yeah, all the more reason, which is probably why.
Yeah, I think anybody's out of their mind to not put that in S tier.
Dude, that's so true. Let me hold on, because I just posted a picture of a base set. I think it was German base set pack recently. You're right for sure, but I just need to see it for myself. Yep, there it is. So this was a pack that I got from Pokerev back in the day, and arguably, yeah, it's like the exact same pose. The only thing is that we've got the hydro pump, like the water shooting out of
Oh, it's just not red.
his cannon
Not red
there.
on the inside.
Yep, but yeah, that's all the more reason as to why I love that artwork.
Yeah,
dude, you made me realize that too. Like subconsciously, clearly it was there, but
yes,
you brought
clearly
it
you
to the
knew it.
forefront of my
Right.
mind. Love it. All right.
That's got to be black and white.
Yeah, that's the black and white era. That one came in. That's the one where the hollow is like they put the lines in the hollow. It's horizontal.
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of weird. I mean, it saves you if you've got some print lines, some horizontal print lines, and you're saved. You're
what if there's a vertical print lines?
You're out of luck, my friend.
Knocks him.
Yeah, so that one is. I really like his expression. His stance is pretty good. What is he doing? He got the hydro pump going on.
Yeah, he's got a hydro pump going on.
It looks a little weak.
It looks a little weak.
Yeah, I'd probably put in a B tier, to be honest. Probably be a B tier. I like the colors, but the hollow doesn't help at all. Like I find that the hollow can sometimes really help a card or really hurt a card. The dark Blastoise, for example, I find that the hollow doesn't really help it too much. But something like the CD promo or the Squirtle deck one, the fact that it's gold in the background is and his shadow is like kind of like there's a halo effect on his shadow. I don't know, it just makes the whole card again, I'm a sucker for the blue and gold, dude. I don't know what it is, but it really makes it pop for me. So it's a beautiful hollow.
Absolutely. Yeah, not to mention just the hollow pattern itself and those old
that too. Yeah, so not just the background, but you're right, the hollow pattern, the hollow foil itself is really important.
I mean, you said it. I mean, it can either add or detract from the overall image, and unfortunately, I don't know what they were thinking in the black and white era.
No, that goes for all of those hollows, though, dude. They were like, they're so bland and boring. All right, what have we got?
Some of the newer sets, it's kind of almost hard to detect if cards are hollow at all.
Yeah, genuinely. I opened, so on my birthday, so Pokerev and I have the same birthday, May 22nd, and we did a little Instagram live. We did a little pack battle, and I'm actually airing this for the first time. So we did a pack battle, and we tied in our pack battle. But what actually ended up happening was on our like overtime round, on our last pack round, I pulled a hollow Raichu. And the lighting that I had, I couldn't tell that it was hollow. And so I was like, oh, no, regular non-hollow rare, like whatever, it is what it is. We've tied. We have the same amount of pulls, whatever. I actually ended up winning. But you're so right. Like some of those newer cards, the hollow is so, like, it's just not vibrant. It doesn't pop. It's not in your face. So I literally put the card down thinking that it was a non-hollow rare. And I was like, all right, whatever, cool.
Because the only way to really see it is the way the light hits it at a certain angle.
Yep.
It's almost just like a layer, like a glaze. Almost.
Honestly, yeah. On some of these new cards, it's like, oof, I don't know. Pokemon, fix it, please. Please do something. I love what you do, but
keep doing the full arts. Texture full arts. Oh man, and I can't wait to get to the Cosmic Eclipse because I really do. I think those are some of my favorite artworks.
All right, so we got the EX from Evolutions. All right, so these are the whole Evolutions line. I pulled myself, and all of them got Gem 10, so I was really happy about that.
Nice.
I like this one. It's playing to some of my favorite aspects. So we've got the 3D artwork. We've got the blue and the gold going on. Blastoise really looks like he's coming out of the card. But it's not my favorite. It's still probably going to be a bit of a B tier, to be honest. He looks a little too fake. He looks a little too glossy. He looks a little too. It's almost like they're advertising a product, like a toy for him. It doesn't look like the actual Pokemon, in my opinion. So definitely a B tier.
I agree with that. Why don't we just go to the second to next one? That's the Evolutions tin promo.
Yeah, the full art with the Gyarados and the Vaporeon, which I also have in a PSA 10. Absolutely stunning. That has to be one of my favorite promos. The artwork is just so well-rounded. The balance of colors. You've got two other really epic water-type Pokemon in the background there. I like Blastoise's pose. Again, I have an issue with his hand looking just like so like cylindrical, like a big like flat sausage. Yeah, I don't know. The card overall is like A tier. If I had to like dissect it and take Blastoise alone, it would probably be B tier. But the card with like the gold border and the beautiful artwork, I think Gyarados looks super powerful in that. Vaporeon as well just looks like super free flowing and like casual in the background there. Like that, it's A tier for me, for the card as a whole.
Card as a whole, A tier.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, I can't really tell where they are, in my opinion.
Right.
It seems kind of random to me.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really look like they're in the water, or they're not really on land. They're kind of just in this weird psychological zone. I
Yeah.
don't know.
In limbo somewhere, my friend.
Yeah, in
Just
limbo.
in
But
limbo somewhere.
it does look very cool. So
Yeah.
A tier, you said?
A tier, yes, please.
Sorry, I meant to be talking about this card when I said Evolution's promo. I was talking about this.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I see what you're
I don't
saying.
want to sound like I don't know what I'm talking
No,
about.
you know what you're talking about. I was just excited to see that card, so I like completely like didn't listen to the tin promo that you
No,
talked about.
it's all good, dude. I actually just I have it over here. That last card that we just talked about came with the, what do we say? It was the Generations promo box, right? XY, or yeah, the Generations. And I picked up the Charizard one of.
Yep.
I
Very
think,
cool.
yeah, right. That's the same
Yep.
series of boxes. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. So the tin, yeah. Ugh. Okay, so the tin I take an issue with because it's very much like what we saw in Evolutions,
Yep.
if not the exact same artwork, pretty
Mhm.
much.
Pretty much.
So it's, if anything, it loses points a little bit because I like the Evolutions one a little bit more with the gold, like the coloring of the card. That one's probably a C tier, to be honest with you, dude. There's 3 or 4 Blastoise cards like that between English and Japanese that have a very similar artwork, and they're not my favorites by any means. No, not at all.
Okay. I like it.
Just calling it like it is, calling it how I see it.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what you have to say about this.
Yeah, I love the color. The pose makes him look like a big doofus. The expression on his face, he looks like, who the heck is going to take him seriously?
Blastoise.
And he looks like the Michelin Man, so that's a D.
Oh, he does look like the Michelin Man.
That's a D, dude.
Oh, you're right, he does.
I don't like it. That's a D.
I could go on a huge tangent about why I dislike the Sun and Moon series as a whole. Just every Sun and Moon set.
That's fair.
From why they made 80 billion secret rares, and why hyper rares are more valuable than the better looking counterparts.
Yep.
And then I could go into why I think the full arts themselves, like that one, are just, they took everything good about the XY series full arts.
Yep.
And stripped away any sort of background.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're just like, all right, we're just going to have this very vanilla looking character with a very vanilla looking one solid color background.
Yep.
So
I was talking with one of my students actually, and I was talking about, so they're like, what's your favorite Pokemon, blah, blah, blah. So I told them Blastoise. One of the first questions out of their mouths was, do you have the rainbow Blastoise card? Mm-hmm. And I was like, nope, I don't. I have it in Japanese, but I don't have it in English. And they're like, oh, like that one's so cool. And I was like, I'll be honest, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And they're like, what do you mean? Like, it's a rainbow rare. Like, it's so cool. And I'm like, guys, I hate it. And I think, was that the day that I brought in my PSA 9 first edition? It might've been the day that I brought that in to show off. And they were like, yeah, but that's not as cool. And I was like, all right, guys, it's all good, man. Whatever. So you can put that rainbow right up next to the colored counterpart, my friend. That can be in the D tier too, because the rainbow, it doesn't save it, dude. The rainbow doesn't save it.
But it also doesn't take away or add anything. It just kind of same
neutral
thing for
ground. Yep, neutral ground.
Now this guy, what is this? A GX? Is this
the
just
GX from Unbroken Bonds?
From Unbroken Bonds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. Again, still kind of like a stupid grin on his face, not to sound rude. That if that's supposed to be Hydro Pump, that's a sorry excuse because it's just like a big ball of water. So I'm not the biggest fan of that. The background of the card is kind of cool though. Like, is he? I can't remember. Is he standing in the ocean on that one?
He is, I think.
So that one saves it a little bit for me. He's like cartoony without being too like obnoxiously cartoony. Again, silly grin, but I'd probably put him up at a maybe a B. It'd probably be a B tier for me.
B tier.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
A little bit more going on. I like that one.
Yeah, yeah. I like the way his arm looks in that one. It's kind of a weird thing to say, but
Yeah,
his arm
dude,
is
I've been
good.
complaining about like the palm of his hand for the last
Nah, but
20 minutes.
tell
So
me
it's like,
that arm looks it looks detailed, right?
yeah, no, it does for
It
sure.
looks pretty good.
Yeah.
The claws. Oh, dude, there's actually like detail. You can see where the actually the claws like go into his hand versus just
Okay.
kind of
Versus just like randomly sitting there, like, oh,
yes,
look at my
just
claws.
like this one is right
Yeah.
next to it, just kind of sitting there, but you can actually
Yeah.
see the little grooves.
Yeah.
So respect to the arm detail on that
Yeah.
one.
Respect to the arm detail. So this is what I've been hunting lately. On my YouTube channel, we've been going Stoice hunting in some Cosmic Eclipse stuff. And I just pulled that card actually. So
Congratulations.
Pokédeek sent me one, which was super kind of him for no reason. He just decided to send me one. But I ended up pulling one that same day. So I got a mystery box full of all kinds of cool goodies from him, which I opened up on my channel. And I opened up 12 packs from my booster box. And I was like, dude, it's so funny. Like, Deke, thank you for this card. If I don't happen to pull one from this box, now I have one. And sure enough, within those 12 packs that same night, I pulled that card. So that was pretty funny. But I'm not complaining. I'm happy to have both, one from a friend and then one that I pulled myself.
Yeah, it's always nice to be able to see you birthed a Pokemon card.
Definitely.
It, it,
Absolutely.
it definitely I think I enjoy all the cards more that I pulled myself versus purchased, but that's just my own opinion.
I would agree. All right.
So where are we thinking on artwork for this?
So,
guy?
I mean, yeah, there's a good amount of detail. The background is simple, but I find that even though it's simple, it just kind of it builds on the card. Like I find that Blastoise and Piplup stand out a little bit more.
Mhm.
I like Blastoise's expression. Like it looks a little like mean, but it also looks a little playful, kind of like let's go Piplup, like, let's get this done. Let's get at it. The cannon's right there again. Like I love that cannon being right there, center stage, and the detail is pretty clean. Yeah, dude, that's probably got to be like a. Trying to decide between B or A for that one. I'd probably say A for that one. It's got to be one of my more favorite modern prints for him, for sure.
Yeah, it just sounds like there's really nothing wrong about it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing extremely insane to write home about though to bump it up
No,
the S tier, but
but
overall,
yeah, it's clean. It's simple. I like it. Yeah, so be an A.
geez, look how I'm struggling here.
Too many turtles on the page, man.
I know.
There we go.
They're fighting his way. He's fighting his way up there. He's like, get out of my way, you low tier stoices.
Yeah.
All right, now we got the alternate full art. This is a textured card.
Yeah. So I have that one in Japanese, but not in English currently. I'm looking to pull that one. Yeah, that one I like as well. Piplup is super cute in that artwork, and Blastoise just seems like he's having a good time. Like it's almost like he's like throwing his little brother around, playing with him in the air. I don't know. Like it's kind of like, yeah, he seems endearing. Like there's a sense of like, yeah, I like that one. It's probably gonna be. I don't like it as much as the other one though, so I probably put that one down to a B. But I like that one. I do like it. The color scheme I'm not the biggest fan of. The greeny, yellowy colors in there I do not like. But overall, it's not bad. It's a B. It's at expectation is what we would say in teaching. B is where you want to be. That's where we expect you to be. So B is where it's at.
All right, I respect it. Yeah, the green is a little weird to me.
It's not. Yeah, not their best
all
choice.
these cards, blue, green.
Yeah, and the ones that have the gold in there, they've got some yellows, some deeper reds. Like I like that, but the weird greeny yellow color, I don't like it.
So now we got the rainbow rare version of the A tier card that you were talking about.
Yeah, so that again, like the rainbow doesn't make or break it for me. Like it's gonna go right up there A tier as well. Yeah, I like the rainbow aspect, but it's on the same page as the non-rainbow version itself because we're looking at artwork, right? And for me to look at a rainbow card, it's not that much more enjoyable for me to look at compared to the other card with the varying colors. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I would just say it's right alongside, right next to it, and sit up there with its twin brother.
I mean, one could argue it is the same artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. The artwork on the card is the exact same. It's just the
Yeah.
coloring that would be the only difference. But
Yeah, it's interesting that you think it's the same way. I would personally take it down a notch just because we're not seeing the native colors of Blastoise.
very good
Giving me a
point. Yeah.
weird filter over it. Then I'm like, well, what color is he?
Yeah, no, I value that opinion. Yeah,
You know?
I can respect that for sure.
But yeah, I know I respect where you're coming from too.
Mhm.
Oh, dude, I like this one. But this isn't about me. This is about the Blastoise expert's opinion. So this is the tag team. Is this just the regular tag team from Cosmic Eclipse?
You know what, dude? Like, I'll be honest, I completely forgot that Blastoise had so many cards recently through Cosmic Eclipse that I can't remember. Because I'll be honest, the tag team business confuses me. Because I know there's the team up booster box that features tag team cards. I know there's Cosmic, which features tag team.
Yep.
What else features tag team?
Unbroken Bonds.
Okay, so yeah, so like I'm genuinely and I'm transparent about that on my channel. I do not claim to know anything about modern sets because frankly I don't. I've done my research in terms of value, in terms of market, in terms of chase cards and stuff like that. But dude, I couldn't even tell you what set that card is from right now.
Well, I know the Piplup and Blastoise tag team is from Cosmic Eclipse.
Right, and I know that too because that's what I've been opening. But this other one, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, no, it's got to be from Cosmic. Because I was thinking, like, didn't we see 2 other Piplup and Blastoise tag teams already? I guess not. This was the alt art. This is so the alternate full art, the full art, the rainbow rare full art, and then this one is the one in B tier. I think is from another set that's not Cosmic Eclipse. I'm not sure.
Okay,
But
I'm
this
just pulling it up on my phone real quick just to see.
This one's got to be from Cosmic.
So many cards in these new sets, man. Oh my goodness.
It's ridiculous. Forget about collecting
Complete sets, master sets.
Completing a set just by like pulling all the cards yourself.
Forget it. It's not happening.
Yeah. I mean, with the addition of rainbow rares, that pretty much was the last nail in the coffin. Like, I can't do this.
Okay, so the weird yellow greeny one, like we said, is Cosmic. The other Blastoise and then the rainbow variant is Cosmic. I don't see this one though in the Cosmic Eclipse set list right now.
Really?
Yeah. So unless I've just overlooked it,
it's not at the bottom. It would be like, or were you
higher up?
Cerebi? Are you on Cerebi?
I'm on PokeCollector.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think they mix them in with like the regular hollows and commons and uncommons.
Oh,
like,
no, you're right. You're right. It's right there, number 38. So it is, yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. So I guess I'm hunting for 4 Blastoise cards, not 3 from this set. Goodness gracious. I like that artwork though. I really like what's going on. Blastoise's face, he looks determined. Piplup looks ready to go. Like Piplup for a tiny little Pokemon, like a little penguin, he looks like angry. He's like, yeah, man, like hydro pump me like into their zone. Let's get this battle going. I really, dude, it's probably an A card for me. I really like that one. I really like it.
I have a feeling that's gonna eventually move its way up to S tier for you.
You think so?
Think
Maybe
so.
when I own it in PSA.
In that? Yeah, I think so. I think it's sick. Yeah, Piplup is almost harnessing some sort of insane amount of power himself. Like his right hand is got some spiraling water going on, building up. It looks like, which is pretty sweet. Oh, sorry. Wow. My own opinion just
just trumped mine.
Yeah,
that's okay, man. You
said A tier, right? You said
I did. Yeah. But that's, you know what? I have to go back and see if I even have that one in Japanese. Now I'm questioning myself if I even own that one in Japanese. I'll have to take a closer look, and who knows? The next time we talk, I might be Ollie. That tier, you got to bump that one up, my man. What do we got next?
Looks like we got
black. Is that a black and white?
I think that's a black and white. I actually have this card.
I have that one too, in English and in Japanese. Not graded yet though. It's in my pile to be graded. I wish I had that. Where is that stack of cards? I could literally be sorting through them right now. I'm not even sure where they are, but I think that one's in there.
It's a very clay-looking one.
It is, which I appreciate, and he looks like devious. He's got this kind of like, yeah, try me, buddy, kind of look going on, a bit of a smirk. But a very plain, like as you would have put it, Ollie, a very vanilla kind of looking card at the same time. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So
you know what I feel like they could have done with this card? They could have made it an EX card without changing a darn thing about it because
that's
it's
fair.
so blown up.
Yeah, that's fair. They very well could have done that. I'm leaning towards. I'm stuck between B or C. Might go C just because it's a little too. There's not enough to look at. I like it, but I don't like it that much.
Hey, I would agree with that. So yeah, C tier for that one.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the secret rare shiny variant, right?
Yes, sir.
What set is this from?
Plasma
Storm.
Plasma
maybe
Storm Freeze. I don't know. There's too many.
Gatorade sounding.
So yeah.
Drink.
Let's see. I should know this, and I'm embarrassed that I don't. The names get mixed up in my head.
To know all the different plasmas.
And Storm from Storm, so it's Plasma Storm. Yeah. So that card, Ollie, what do you think? Where do you think I'm going to end up putting that?
Where would I put it personally, or where do I think you're going to?
Give me both. So where would you put it personally, and then tell me, because I already know where that card's going without a single doubt in my mind. So tell me what you think yourself and where you would place it personally, and then I want you to tell me where you think I would be putting it.
I would give it a B.
Okay.
I would give it a B, maybe a low A. I don't think the shiny variant particularly does anything for me. I don't think it looks too different, but that just might be the shiny variant of Blastoise in general. Doesn't look too different. I like that the cannon's coming at you, and that's on the forefront. I think that's pretty cool. Looks very slick. The cannons, and very, very powerful. He just looks like, he looks strong. I would give it a B. What was the other question? Where do I think you're going to put it?
Yeah.
Well, just by talking to you, I know you have a hard time separating, nostalgic. And I know you said there's a lot of, this kind of was the first card you got again when you got back into collecting, right?
Yes, sir.
You got to put this on the top of S of all S's.
That's it, dude. That's the Hydro Pump tier for sure. So that was the first card that I bought when I got back into collecting. It's the first post on my Instagram page, actually, is that card in English. Obviously, I don't actually have it in Japanese. I'll need to grab that in Japanese at some point. But yeah, that was my first ever post on Instagram, and that card I just recently acquired. I'm going to be posting that pretty soon. I got a pretty cool PSA copy of that card coming in, so I'm excited about that.
That's awesome. I'm sorry, what grade was it?
So I won't say.
Okay, fair enough.
But I will hint that it's a unique card that's coming, and I'm really excited to be adding that to the collection.
7.5, yeah.
Those weird PSA 0.5s that you never see.
Yeah, that is unique. Yeah. Do you want to go ahead? Should we rank the S? Do you think you can rank the S's between?
Oh, dude. Okay,
so one between what is there? 6 of them here. So we won't go through the A's or anything.
Yeah. So the base set has to be number 1. Base set has to be S1.
We're getting there. There we go.
The secret rare. Yeah. So secret rare is going to be S2.
Okay.
So right where it is. The CD promo or Squirtle deck promo, whichever one you want to call it, on the very far end, that's going to be S3. And then what did I call it? Shining Darkness one in Japanese, because I can't think of the name for it in English, which is there. That'll be S4. And I'm content as the other ones sit. So that's the hierarchy of the S tier for me.
Nice. Dude, I can already think I'm definitely going to separate this whole tier list thing
Yeah.
because this is already a 2-hour plus video.
Yeah.
I already know exactly what the thumbnail is going to be
There you go.
for this video.
Cool, man.
I think it's going to be Blastoise 93 ranked Dark Blastoise what tier?
Literally, that's perfect, dude. Absolutely perfect.